What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another search engine optimization tip video. In today's video, I'll be going over how to optimize your images for SEO. So, images aren't often seen as like the biggest ranking factor in Google, but it is important to ensure that you're optimizing them to be SEO friendly. And I'll be running through how to do that if you have a WordPress website. So, first you'll want to go into your WordPress dashboard and then go into your media library and select one of your images. And there are a few different things that you consider when uploading images to your WordPress website. So the main elements that are important for image optimization include adding alt text, including big captions for your image, as well as optimizing your image title and the URL for your image. And what you'll typically want to do is for the page that you're including images on, you want to include some form of your primary or secondary keywords within the image file. And so if we go into edit more details, we want to optimize the URL here and the title. So the URL for this image is, Google Questions Hub Overview. And I'm targeting queries relating to Google Questions Hub. So we want to do something like Questions Hub image, for example, or like header image. And typically your image might be more related to the page compared to mine. This is more for flavor than it is relating or adding inherent value as an image to that article. But then you'll go down and go into the alternative text and describe the purpose of the image. So a 1 to 2 sentence text or description for your alt text. If you can add a caption as well, that'd be helpful. For the description, this is more for your own needs within WordPress. So being able to find the image based on that description. So this has no inherent value for SEO. But you'll basically, again, want to update the title of the image header, or rather the URL for the image. So it's SEO friendly and targeting your primary, secondary keyword, as well as your alt text. And then beyond including that HTML for your images, something else that you may want to consider is to optimize your images for page performance. Website speed is becoming a much larger factor in Google's algorithm, so you want to ensure that your websites load quickly, especially on mobile. And you want to ensure that your images are mobile friendly or include responsive design. So that way, when users are viewing your article or pages on mobile, your images will resize properly to fit the screen. And as far as page size goes, or image size goes, the two main things you can do. One, make sure your images conform to the size dimensions of your website. So let's say your image container is only a 600 by 400 pixel resolution. Then you wouldn't want to upload a 1920 by 1280 image size into that template. Simply because your image will resize to fit that dimension, but then you're still including a large image onto the page that's just being resized or reformed. So it'll still contain that same file size. So by reducing the overall actual dimension size of your image, it will result in a much smaller file size as a result. So you want to make sure you do that. And the other part is to make sure that you are compressing your images. So if you were to use something like compressor.io, before uploading your images to your website, you'll want to drop your file here, and it will compress your image without losing quality. And so here's an example of what that might look like. So this has a larger file size of 700 kilobytes, whereas after it's been reduced to 250 kilobytes, but there's not really a noticeable difference in quality. So this will ensure that your images are lighter and that your page will load faster as a result, which will conform to Google's algorithm as they update for page speed in May 2021. You can also use several plugins like Smosh or Magify that will automatically compress images as they're uploaded to your website. But before even using those kinds of plugins, you just want to make sure that they are compressed as much as possible before upload, and they're the appropriate file size, depending on where you're using them on your website. So that's my quick rundown of the important factors for image optimization. If you found this video to be helpful, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next search engine optimization tip video.